Hello everyone, I am Burger, and I am here with chapter 936 analysis of One Piece. Now, I would say this is an excellent chapter, in addition to being a huge payoff for the fans who've been reading a long time. A lot of amazing stuff happens this chapter, and it's really exciting, and amazing stuff is being off-screened, and probably my number one favorite gag character is in the cover page. Remember that guy that would make ramen by chewing up the flour and spitting it out his nose? And he was annoying to look at, annoying to hear, and everything he did was annoying as well? Well, that guy is serving ramen to Aokiji in the cover page. It's great. Just great. He was so freaking annoying. I couldn't believe how annoying he was. And he's in the cover page. An excellent callback. Anyways, we cut over to Wano country, Udon. Now that we have the map of Wano, we now know where Udon is. I would like to say I know where Udon is, but I completely forgot the map as soon as I looked away from it. And here we have Raizo finishing his conversation with Kawamatsu. And it turns out Kawamatsu has been eating the rotten fish for 13 years. And that is very interesting. And he doesn't even know how he would get him out of the cage because his handcuffs are rusted through. Does that mean they're not sea stone cuffs? And what about my theory that this guy has neither arms nor legs? Well, we'll get on to that in just a minute. So they're talking about that, what the plan is for the final fight. It's in 9 days, the day of the Fire Festival. And he says, I'm perfect, I'm ready to fight whenever. And, you know, it's not necessarily something that someone without arms or legs would say, but I personally think that is a possibility still, as the characters in One Piece are really crazy, and it seems like a type of thing they do, a character in One Piece would do, to try and fight without arms or legs. And, Raizo disappears in a puff of smoke. I'm really wondering how this ninja arts works. Is it just prestidigitation, or did he actually disappear in a puff of smoke? I'm super interested. Anyways, we get more of Queen, who is hilarious and amazing. I'm imagining a German accent coming out of him. It's great. And, basically he has this... So it seems like it's Queen's job to recruit people from the prison. To recruit people who were enemies at one time to Kaido's crew. So he has created a super complex death match where it's just a sumo contest, and it gets harder and harder and harder unless you decide to join the crew. And I'm trying to think, I'm trying to remember where he said this. Whatever. Anyways, so if you leave the sumo ring, you know, get knocked out of the sumo ring, you'll get your head cut off by this collar. However, he is taking the sea stone cuffs off, so it seems like Luffy might actually even be able to defeat Queen in this match. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping Queen is, like, way stronger than Katakuri. That would be the most exciting thing. So we'll see about that. We'll see. That would be the most interesting. And Raizo's all like, really? They're taking the cuffs off? Then this key is not Luffy's then. Well, I feel like that second part of what he said, that this key is not Luffy's, well, whose key is it? Whose key is it? That's a very interesting idea. And why have they kept Kawamatsu alive for 13 years? That is very interesting. It's very interesting the way this prison works. This prison is specifically designed to recruit powerful people, break powerful people's wills, and recruit them. So it's very interesting to see all of their methods. And also, he's been here for 13 years, not 20, so that means he remained at large for at least 7 years before he was captured, whoever Kawamatsu is. So I'm very excited to see another Luffy sumo match, and even better, someone against someone who's actually strong, unlike that random fat guy that Luffy beat at once early in the arc. And, you know, Queen is giving all these instructions on how it works, like, two-man team, fall off, and you get executed, all this stuff, but I guess Queen really doesn't know how strong Luffy is, because everybody's getting all excited. The sumo wrestlers, who are totally not sumo wrestlers, are using weapons, start running at Luffy, and then Luffy just conquerors hakis them. And, although Queen isn't actually intimidated by this, and here's what's actually super interesting to me, is Queen's laugh. Queen's laugh is moo ha 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 ha. That's like my favorite laugh of all time. Whenever I try to pretend to be evil, I always do the moo ha 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 ha. That's freaking great. I freaking love Queen's laugh. But then we see, the guy in the silhouette, who I think doesn't have arms or legs, Kawamatsu. He's saying, just don't let Hyogoro die, alright? So he's actually concerned for Hyogoro of the Flowers, so that's good to know. And his laugh is ka-pa-pa-pa-pa. You know, Kappa? Is he a Kappa? That's interesting. So these two laughs that are put very close to each other on the same page are both very interesting to me. Moo-ha-ha, because it's my favorite laugh, and Kappa-pa-pa-pa, because is he a Kappa? You know, the Japanese monster that has a turtle shell and lives in rivers and eats children? We already saw a Tengu. So maybe this guy's aesthetic is built after a Kappa. That'd be interesting. I still really hope he doesn't have arms or legs, because the silhouette we see of him is very interestingly shaped. I'm not even sure where's the nose or the eye or whatever. It's a very interestingly shaped silhouette we get, because we do get a clearer silhouette instead of just pitch black. I have no idea where the nose is, so that should be interesting. And I still think I really want this guy to have no arms or legs, because that would be, it would raise the stakes so much more, because it would show that when they say they're going to cut off your arms and legs, they do it. But then, surprisingly, there's a raid in the bathhouse, which I wasn't expecting. And they're currently looking for Soba Mask. But more importantly, they're looking at everyone's ankles to see if they have the crescent moon on it. And, so that means that they're onto their whole scheme. That means that any allies they may have gotten are going to be killed right here and now. And, so this is actually where Nami, Shinobu, and Robin are. So, honestly, I'm a little concerned for them at the moment. So, how do they decide to defend themselves? Well, Robin jumps up behind Shinobu, since Shinobu is large enough to hide multiple people behind her. And Nami drops her towel. And this is both a funny scene and also makes me very, like, it's like, why? Apparently Nami is so hot that men, women, old women, all of them, all these different people, blood is shooting out of their nose. It's an actual attack happiness punch. Okay. So what, is she like a nymph from Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know. It's weird that this is actually an attack move now. Very weird. Anyways, and as everyone expected, Sanji was here invisible, and he was the one most affected by the happiness punch. So I guess that means that Sanji finally saw Nami naked. Cool. Good job. Good job, Sanji. You've achieved something. Wow, that sounded really sarcastic. I freaking love Sanji. That was not meant to be sarcastic. Alright, so, and, then, there's a scene where, X-Drake suddenly falls backwards, and then Hawkins is like, if you can't see women naked, you should tell me ahead of time. And he's like, that's not it. So I think what happened here is Sanji punched him, or, kicked him. So Sanji don't punch. Sanji don't punch. Sanji kicked him in the face. While invisible is, I think, what happens. And X-Drake and Hawkins immediately recognize him as Germa 66's Stealth Black. So that means that comic that everybody reads, apparently, the Germa 66 are all well known, and they're all the colors are well known within it. So it seems like there was always going to be a Stealth Black eventually, and it was already made for Sanji. This is something that's existed for a long time, it is clear now. And then they all fly away on Sanji's back. And Sanji dropped some pretty big news. Some news that I would say is big news, as Big News Morgans would say. But it actually doesn't make a ton of sense either. So first of all, he says it's bad that they found out about the ankle tattoos. And he says Beppo and the others have been captured. Beppo, and he shows a picture of Beppo and the two guys that look like penguins. So Trafalgar Law's crew has been captured. And then it says they're trying to break out Traffy. We've got to stop them. What? That line makes no sense to me. Did I miss something? Can somebody explain this to me? Wasn't Law just in the last chapter not captured? It says Beppo and the others have been captured, but it doesn't show a picture of Law. Does that mean Law was captured? Does Traffy not mean what I think it means? I mean, that's their nickname for Trafalgar Law, right? They're trying to break out Traffy. That really confuses me. We've got to stop them, otherwise the flower capital is going to fall into chaos. And what in the world were you doing at a time like this? He was watching you naked, Nami. In case you're wondering. This perplexes me. Beppo and the others have been kidnapped. What others? They're trying to break out Traffy. We gotta stop them, otherwise the flower capital is going to fall into chaos. This is clearly something Sanji said, because somebody's response was, and what in the world were you doing at a time like this? Probably Nami said that. That would make the most sense to me. Okay. They off-screened some really important stuff. Did Trafalgar Law get kidnapped? I did not realize that was the case. Or was it off-screened? Or am I completely misinterpreting this? I'm really confused. This could just be a typo. Actually. Anyways, we finally go to Wano Country Ringo, where Zoro is. Zoro is in, like, one of the two sections of Wano that we haven't seen. And it's rather snowy here in Ringo, it seems. And even though it's got its own climate, it still has the same type of trees that Wano has. So that's interesting. And he's meeting... There's a giant guy with tons of swords and other bladed weapons. Like a Bicento. And he's saying that he wants... He said he returned Meito Shusui to its rightful place. That blade must have been stolen. So it seems like Zoro did indeed get his sword stolen again. And boys, he lost as well. But it seems like he did find the guy he was trying to find, so I guess I can't keep making fun of him for being lost, since he's clearly right where he wants to be. And then, this guy is calling Zoro a bandit. For stealing all these swords. But then Zoro's, acting like a bandit, and he's saying like, well, you've got all these swords and I'm gonna be in a big fight. Gimme. So Zoro straight up is being a bandit here. This is all very interesting and very exciting. Luffy is about to go in a death match against Queen. Nami took off her towel, and Zoro is fighting a guy over swords. That's interesting stuff. And I honestly do think it's pretty interesting the way everyone just died when they saw Nami naked. Everyone. Why? What is up with that? Is she really just supposed to be that hot? Why did everyone fall over dead? A whole bunch of people. Of varying ages and genders. What is going on? That is just... Yeah, that's the part that's got me. That there. Deathmatch with Queen, awesome. Zoro and Giant fight with Giant Man over giant swords, awesome. But nothing perplexes me more than why Nami dropping her towel causes people to die. Nothing perplexes me more. Oh, and right, sorry. One other thing is perplexing, but not nearly as perplexing as Nami without her towel, and that is... what they're trying to break out Trophy. We've got to stop them. Otherwise the flower capital will go into chaos. That makes no sense to me. Those three sentences make no sense to me. So it seems like Nami just developed an ability similar to Boa Hancock's Devil Fruit. It seems. She didn't need a Devil Fruit to do that. She can just drop her towel and everybody dies. So yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Now, if you have anything to say, please let me know. I welcome all feedback. That's going to be it for today, everyone. Bye!